Hello and welcome back to the home of the Ghost Owl, and here we are continuing our mission to level an Imperial Agent Sniper from level 1 to 10. Episode 1, we created the character and we managed to get through the first 3 levels, having just spoken to Nemrel the Hutt and got his blessing to conduct missions on the planet of Hutter. Hutter, the home of the Hutts, where you start if you choose a bounty hunter or Imperial Agent class. So, right, we're now going to continue on with our quests and see how far we can get in the next 30 minutes and see how many episodes it will take to get from level 1 to level 10. So we're going to the Palace Suite. We can see the little purple icon on the mini-map. I do happen to know where I'm going, which kind of helps a little bit. Okay, so we went through the green area. That means we're in the Imperial Agent story phase. So here we are. And the first thing is disable Nemro's hidden surveillance. And as we said before, anything flashing blue is kind of a quest thing. So we're looking for tracking bugs, essentially, or listening devices. There you go. We found one. And it is random where they are. I've done this several times, and I can tell you it has been a different set of items each time. Nothing there. There we go. What have we got over here? We've got this one. There we go, completed, and now we can use the holo terminal, which is flashing over here.
Well done, Agent. The listening device is working perfectly, and Nemro can keep no more secrets from us. Imperial intelligence has determined that Nemro's human lieutenant, Carlos Jarvis, is the weak link in his operation. You're going to twist the man until he serves us.
I don't see it. He didn't seem particularly disloyal.
Carlos has advised the Hutt for many years, and he's sympathetic towards the Empire. He admires our efficiency, and he prefers humans in authority. He'll do for our purposes. Unfortunately, Carlos is on the verge of disfavor with Nemro, while the Twi'lek Lieutenant Tafligen, I believe, is Nemro's rising star. I want you to go to Carol's and offer your services as the Red Blade. Do whatever is required to bring Carol's glory in Nemro's eyes.
What does Nemro have against Carol's?
Carol's work has been suffering due to the interference of the Fothra clan. Nemro finds that an unacceptable excuse for failure. One other thing, Agent. This operation of ours has drawn the attention of a member of the Dark Council, Darth Jadus himself. The Council's authority is second only to that of the Emperor. It's a rare honor for an intelligence operation to be overseen in this way.
With all due respect, what does the Dark Council care about Hutter? This operation isn't exactly a threat to the Sith.
I don't know why Lord Jadus is interested, nor is it our concern. The Sith aren't obligated to share their reasons. Report back once you've rendered whatever aid Carol's requires. Keep her out.
Okay, and there we go. Another quest complete, and we've got ourselves another piece of equipment. As you can see here, we go back to our character page by pressing C. There's our inventory board up. All very slick, very nice interface here. And we can instantly right-click and see, as you can see, instantly compares and tells you if you've got something that's good or not. And unlike World of Warcraft, a bit closer to Guild Wars 2, obviously, we had the voice acting. Lots of voice acting here in Star Wars: The Old Republic, and that will take time. Now, you can skip through it incredibly quickly if you want, but you need to make sure you are making the right choices. It does affect relationships with characters and so on.
Don't be in such a hurry, Blade. Don't you remember me? Your old buddy, Dino Ray? I don't think you looked this good when we met up on Hoth. Or so girly. But you couldn't be an imposter. You know your friend Dino.
Of course I remember you, Dino. How long it's been.
Little too long, it seems. Turns out we got a problem. You see, you don't look like the Blade I know. The Blade who owes me credits. But you say you're the Blade, my pretty lady friend. So I'll take you at your word and ask for my money. You understand?
See here, you've got a choice. You can go what you want, you can flirt, or you can go you scum and attack. Now, if I choose the first two, I don't get any, there's no change to my thing. But if I choose number 3, I get dark side influence. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to go down the dark side.
I understand, all right.
You can see that we get
You're
50 dark side
needs to
influence.
die.
Is that so? Well, let's see what you can do, Blade.
Make sure we get ourselves some cover and finish him off. Now, bearing in mind, this is the early stage of the game. It does look, obviously, very easy, but it does get harder. Believe me. We're playing the early stage, right? The early stage. This is just introducing you to the combat.
Blade, come on over. Glad to see you're enjoying the palace. Look, I've only got 5 minutes before I have to go meet with some alien freaks, and I want to ask you something. You've been around the galaxy a few times. What's it like dealing with the Empire?
It's been good business, and the government hasn't given me much trouble.
You're one of the last real independents. I admire you for that, but your kind is dying out. The Hutts have taken control of the gangs, and I think real soon the Republican Empire will want control of the Hutts, even if Nimro won't believe it. So if we gotta pick a side, I want to pick a winner. And I don't see the Empire losing.
Sounds reasonable, but what are you going to do about it?
For starters, I make sure I'm not being stupid. There's more on the line than business. My sons are free traders. They're doing business in the solar system. It's their first time dealing with the Empire, so I worry. I probably shouldn't. But you came to me for a reason. What can I do for you, Blade?
You know Hutta pretty well, but you don't have my skills. I thought we could partner up for a job.
Is that right? Normally I wouldn't, but lately I could use someone who works alone and gets results. Nemro's been stewing in his slime since we lost a shipment of rare ores in the Evokai lands. He blames me for some reason. Now the Evokai, they're Hutta natives from before the cartel came. They mostly want us dead. If you get that shipment back, I'll pay you good.
All right, I'm interested.
And maybe we both come out ahead. There's a work camp outside Jaguna. Nimro set it up for some Evokai who wanted peace. Bad deal, poor rubes. The chief there, Odef, was supposed to talk to the other Evokai tribes about returning the ore, but he didn't come through. He knows something, though. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have an appointment to keep. But I look forward to seeing if the Red Blade's as good as they say.
Okay, there you go. So we've got our next quest. We are currently level 4 on our way to level 10. As you can see, I'm not skipping through any of the voice acting. And I say I recommend you don't, certainly on the first time you play through. It does add to the whole purpose of, and when we come to the end of looking at the different games and what they're good at, the storytelling being the excellent part of it, and if you skip through the voice acting, you really are skipping through the main story elements. Now, if you've done it several times, then I can understand if you want to skip it, but first time through, I definitely recommend that you don't. But it does, obviously, it takes a little bit longer, but definitely recommended. So first thing here is we need to get to this location, right? It's in a hidden part. Now you'll notice these sort of double-headed arrows. Those are essentially taxi services. We know the place we want to get to is about here, so I want to go to this taxi, and that will cost me 10 credits to do so. Most of the time it is worth taking the taxis. They are pretty quick, and obviously you can't get attacked on the way. So we're coming through this way, and you can see, again, a pretty nice environment, lots of detail there. We've got that better rifle now. That was 200 a shot. You noticed when we were first doing this, we were only getting 88 a shot. So we can, again, see the purple icon on the mini-map. I happen to also know where we're going, but you can also go to the big map here and see that we are at the Evokai Work camp. Another side quest there. We're not going to do any of the side quests, and to be honest, they're not really needed. Though you can if you want to be a bit of a completionist. There you go, and we're in...
You said you were going to get the ore back.
I have done all I can. They, the other tribes, will not listen.
If you say so. Hey, you the Red Blade? Heard you were coming. Thought we'd soften up the chief for you.
See, I don't want to choose number 2 because that'll give me light side influence. So I don't want to do that.
Carol sent me. I'll take it from here.
He's all yours.
I am Odef of the Evokai, leader of the Foam, sacred keeper of histories. I greet you in peace, and I am grateful.
I heard you're the one to talk to about Nemro's missing ore.
Yes, I will talk, but it will not please you. It was the other tribes who attacked your shipment, the Evokai, who refused peace. In gratitude to Nemro for all he has done, I spoke to my misguided brothers, but they will not return Nemro's medals.
They won't even negotiate.
The tribes, they stole the shipment to spite the Hutts, and to use for themselves. They will make weapons, machines. They took the metals to their great village in the swamps. Only a beast or a shadow can enter. Seek the shipment there if you wish.
Thank you. You've been a great help.
I only do my part. I only want peace.
Okay, so now we've got our next part of the quest, which is recovering the ore. So we've got to recover 4 crates of ore. We can see again the purple marker down here. And, you know, it's a bit slow going in between the travelling, but this is what you kind of expect from the MMO, you know, type of game. And you do get quite a lot of XP on completion of the quests. So completing the quests is definitely the right way forward in terms of levelling. Right, okay, so we can certainly see here there's our first set, and we're going to start with a grenade this time. The grenade there has a nice AoE, and there you go. Unfortunately there's somebody stealing, another player stealing our crate. We should get this one in time, just despite the enemies respawning. That was unfortunate. Nature of the beast in MMOs, that people do steal some of the quest items. Incredibly busy in the game, surprisingly so. Surprisingly busy. So that's a codex entry, so that just helps in terms of the like information about the world. It's kind of a bit like an encyclopedia. It's worth getting lots of kills as well, because as you can see, that's also helping our bonus. You know, the bonus quest up here. So that's our 3rd crate. I need 1 more crate and 1 more kill. This looks good. And we've reached level 5. There we go. Now we've got loot there. It's not you know, we don't want to pass up any loot, but I'm going to have to kill these guys if we are to get the loot. And there we go. And that is the quest complete. Now we just need to return to Carol's. That was a good grenade. Sometimes you just get some things like that. This is definitely not a game where you take one enemy on at a time. You should be expecting to take on multiple enemies most of the time. You've got a lot of different AoE abilities as you level up, but there's also plenty of crowd control abilities you can use, as well as blinds and stuns, and there's even sometimes things in the environment like barrels and stuff that you can blow up that will either cause damage or freeze people and so on. Also, as you play the game and you gain companions, those companions, you can set them to do damage, to tank, or to heal you. Generally, when I play through solo, on the storylines, I like to have my companion as a healer. I think that generally works the best. So we're going to take the taxi back to Nemro's palace. And you can see we're not hanging about, but the voice acting is what does take up the time. But, you know, the voice acting is important because it actually, let's say, that is the whole purpose of the story. And this game is very, very much about the story, about your character development, and so on. You got rest zones as well, so when you log out in a rest zone, you'll get some rest XP. So when you log back in, you'll get additional XP gain.
Slow down, Blade. Stay with me a while. We haven't had the chance to talk. I'm Kaleo. Nemro puts me in charge of the good stuff. His guns, his troops, the safety of his little palace. You can spare some time for me, right?
I'm in sort of a hurry right now. You'll have to make it quick.
Probably eager to get back outside. Blow the heads off a few locals. See who's stupid enough to act tough. I'm more interesting. Promise. You've got a nasty reputation, you know. I hear you went and murdered poor Dino Ray right on this spot. What was that about, Blade?
Dino and I go way back. He had it coming.
It's too bad. He had a pretty face before you messed with it. Me, I'm betting you and Dino had something else going on. You had a reason for coming to Nemro's house. Maybe money, maybe power. I like to think you'll be trouble, Blade. You'll be bloodthirsty. Treacherous, because I could enjoy keeping an eye on a bloodthirsty, treacherous pirate.
I'm not going to be trouble.
Shh, don't spoil the moment. If you are trouble, take your time. I'd hate to stick a blaster to your head, or a slave collar around your neck, before I've seen everything you can do. That's all I wanted to say. You can go now.
It's been a pleasure, Kaleo.
Of course it has.
The other thing to note that the missions are quite short right now, and they do get longer. It's just because this is early, and of course there's a lot more voice acting as well, so it is slower than when you get to the later levels.
O kakiza spida perupa, kadwa shiniko higa danulia.
Don't play dumb with me, Taflajan. Father doesn't need to steal our customers if he doesn't leave us any gas to sell, and we can't uproot him without help.
Punyu kichawa joto jamba.
Idiot. Sorry about Taflajan, Blade. Legitimate business brings out the worst in us. Makes me miss actual crime, you know? But it looks like you're about to brighten my day. You find the shipment?
If you have my money, then I've got your shipment.
You sound like my kids. The fee's been transferred to your account. You'll have access by the time you're back at your apartments. You earned every credit. I'd buy you a drink in the cantina, but I need to have a chat with Nimro. We should talk more another time, though. You do good work.
Always looking for business. Just say the word, Carols.
And I'll see you when I see you.
There we go. Now you use the holo terminal in the suite. So we know where we're going. This is our suite. See other players running around. Still plenty of players running around, which is quite interesting. But you can see he's with us, but once you go into your own story area, he disappears. So one thing that you have with that is that you don't have to worry about anybody tagging your quest stuff in your own story areas.
Well, Agent. Thanks to your intervention, Carol's Jarvis will once again have Nemro's ear. I took note of your meeting with Nemro's security chief, Kaleo. You handled yourself well. Still be on your guard. We've identified her as a freelance assassin, enforcer, and anarchist. She's been attached to a dozen employers in half as many years, using several different aliases.
Killing her wouldn't be any trouble. I can lure her somewhere isolated.
She's a wild card. She may prove a liability, but she could also prove very useful. Watch her. On to more immediate concerns. Nemro operates a major Schwash gas mine on Hutta. The Empire wants access to Nemro's refined gas. Unfortunately, Fathra is tapping the same gas pocket as Nemro. We need to destroy Fathra's operations in the rust yards before Nemro's grinds to a halt.
So it's a sabotage mission.
That's correct. We will travel to Fathra's mining facility and place explosives in the drill shaft, destroying the equipment and collapsing part of the gas pocket. You'll need to strip a uniform and credentials off the facility guards to pass the final security checkpoint. A working disguise is imperative.
Should be straightforward.
Your disguise may not hold up under close inspection, so avoid conversation. The explosives have already been delivered to your room. Once you're finished, go back to Carol's Jarvis and to make sure he knows what happened. Take the credit if you like.
It'll be handled. Is there anything else?
One more thing, Agent. Darth Jadis pays increasing attention to your work. He will reward success or failure appropriately, and I will not intervene. Report back after you've destroyed the mine and inform Carols of the results. Keep her out.
Okay, there you go, and we've now completed a mission. We're going to get an XP booster, which we're not going to use during the 1 to 10. We're going to get a credit box and another piece of equipment. So there's the XP booster. That's 25% for 3 hours, which is absolutely fantastic, but we're not going to use that. As I say, there's the equipment, and there is the extra credits, and this is all stuff that we can sell for credits as well. Right, so if I remember, yeah, we need to collect the explosives from over here. There we go. And we need to acquire a guard uniform. So level 5 so far, nearly level 6. I think we will definitely make level 6 by the time we complete this episode. Okay, so now that we've come out of the Nemro's Palace, we're now looking. So we've got the rust yards. That's where we're going to. So let's talk to the speeder person, and this looks to be where we want to go. And you saw the time it takes to run. It's definitely the way forward, is to use the speeders where possible. As you get through the game, there's a thing called quick travel that you can do, but you will need to get through much more of the game to get access to the quick travel process. The quick travel is like an instant teleport. Until then, taxis are the way forward. And as you can see, it does allow you to move around without getting tagged by unfriendlies, shall we say. Right, where are we going? We need to go this way. At the moment, happy to move. We've now been engaged, so we are going to have to deal with it. Not a bad thing, you know. It is extra XP, but at the moment, as I said, completing the quest itself is actually the quickest way. Aggro range can be quite large. Yeah, so here you go. So we got to level 6 with that. Very good. There we go. That's level 6. And just need to get through the guards here. And you can see the snipe ability. Definitely the way forward. Unlike WoW, that most of the abilities, if they don't have a cast time, you can use while on the move. So the snipe one that takes a long time, you can't, but the instant shot one you can. So we're looking to acquire a guard uniform right now. Where is that? And there you go. So yellow is a quest thing, right? So that is a guard uniform. There we go. Now we need to get access to the drill chamber. So we can finish him off as we keep moving. Okay, so far so good. Now we're coming up this way. Oh, purple. So Underworld Syndicate plans. So an epic level item thing, but not equipment in this case. You can see when you do go in cover, you do get that like energy shield, which does help reduce incoming damage. If you have taken too much damage, you've got this thing called recuperate. As you can see, your health actually goes back up quicker.
Unable to confirm identity. Entry not authorized.
I need to wear the disguise. There you go. Disguise is now on. Now we can do it.
Cartel representative identity confirmed. Entry authorized.
So you actually have to put the disguise on rather than have it in your bag.
Gas leak detected. Activating ventilation system. Lockdown in place until ventilation complete.
So we've got droids that are coming.
And security droids.
Don't stand in stuff on the floor. And what you can see is actually, we took quite a bit of damage there, and until you get your companion, you do have to be pretty careful. And even then, if you come up against elites and stuff, it will be a problem. While you can jump off here, it will hurt. It will hurt. We couldn't make that one. The good thing is if you do jump high, you will lose health, but you do this neat little roll at the bottom. At least to make it give you the sense of, trying to land safely. So now that's it. We're on our way back to speak to Carol's Javis. Oh, ambushed as we came out. Have to rely on our sniper rifle up close. We don't have the abilities yet to deal with people that do run up on us like that. That will come later. Good. He's down. Now we're heading back to the taxi. Now, last time we did get caught by that guy. I'm thinking that maybe we can sneak through. And we are able to this time. And we sneak through this time as well. Excellent. Okay, so then we get on our taxi back to Nemro's palace. Okay, and there we go. That takes us to the end of episode 2. So we went from level 3 to level 6. In fact, we're over halfway through level 6. So, you know, maybe a couple more episodes, maybe 4 to finish this off. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But that's where we've got to. So that completes episode 2. As I say, we've got to level 6.5. We're on our way to level 10 as an Imperial Agent Sniper, playing Star Wars: The Old Republic, Legacy of the Sith expansion. Thanks very much for watching. You've been watching The Ghost Owl, and I'll see you back for episode 3.